And I don't really care too much about the privacy issues. That's a whole separate issue that we can discuss. But I don't really have any paranoia about.
I have that written down.
Oh, I see. Okay. So Facebook would be my medium of choice, even though I know it's kind of a little bit uncool. Hey, but for uncool dads like me, Facebook is cool.
What are your thoughts on that new WhatsApp story that everyone's freaking out about?
Yeah. Now, there's an example of where it would be good for me to go on social media and tell people what the hell's going on and to calm the hell down, because that's exactly what needed to happen. People needed to calm the hell down. So in that instance, what I did is I spoke to a whole lot of my friends who are very involved in social media and told them what I think is going on. And so they then posted some common sense into social media. But what was really going on is Facebook was just announcing and making obvious what it has been doing all along, which is using your information to better target its advertising and so on. And it was just announcing that it's planning to go on doing that, and now it's letting you know how it's doing it. It's not doing something it wasn't doing before. It's just explaining to you now how it does it. And the reason it's doing that is because it's under a lot of pressure to be more open about its business practices. And the truth is, if you're getting a free product like WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or any of these things or Google search, if you're getting something for free, how do you think it's being paid for? Sure, it's being paid for in part by advertising, but the only reason the advertising is so effective is because they're using your personal information. So that's the trade-off. You're giving them your personal information and you're getting a free service, a whole lot of free services, a whole lot of very good free services. So you can't be moaning and complaining about it now, and the truth is they're not doing anything on WhatsApp that they weren't doing before, which is gathering your information. I think we're very lucky that WhatsApp doesn't have adverts in it, for example. I think we're jolly lucky to have a free service with no ads in it. Something that saves us a fortune in phone calls and saves us a fortune in SMSs. I don't know what all the complaining and moaning is about, but it's not really a breach of your personal security. A lot of the data they're using is almost completely anonymous. So they're not interested in what Gavin Dudley ate for lunch and took a photograph on Instagram. And they're not interested in, what bands I like to follow. And they're not interested in what movie I went to see, and they're not interested in what car I'm driving. Well, they are sort of interested in those things, but really, they just statistics to Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. They just want to see, they are 50-year-old males in South Africa who like rock music and are living in the Sun Valley area. That's all it means to them. They're not interested in Gavin Dudley and his life. They're just interested in, general data that they can sell to advertisers. So, they're not interested in the particulars of your privacy and so on. It's just, you're not that interesting, frankly. You're boring. They're just interested in you as what ads can be targeted at you. And they're not doing something they haven't been doing for a long time. So everybody just calms down and use your WhatsApp. Nothing's going to change. Everything's fine. You could try and run to Telegram, but if you're going to run to Telegram, you've got to tell all your friends and you all have to move to Telegram.
Mission.
So, it can be a real pain.
Exactly. I heard that Facebook is going to launch an app where all your messages, like all your WhatsApp messages and your Instagram messages and your Facebook messages are all going to be on the same app.
All come together into one system. Yeah, I think most people expected that was what was going to happen. When they bought WhatsApp, I think it was $17 billion about 5-6 years ago. $17 billion 5 or 6 years ago was a huge amount of money. And everyone wondered, how on earth are they ever going to make that money back? And then they bought Instagram. Instagram was quite a lot cheaper because it was much smaller in the day. And everyone wondered how they're going to make that money back. And this is how they're going to make that money back. They need to pull all your data together into one system. And then along the way, they launched Facebook Messenger. And everyone was like, why are they launching another messenger? But I think the idea is to get you used to the idea of all these messengers and all belong to Facebook so that they can basically slowly but surely move them all closer together. And it sounds creepy, but if you think about it, it's really not that creepy. You've got a free service, everything's working for you, everything works reliably, everything looks sexy, everything's free, so what are you getting all creeped out about?
Exactly.
That's my view. Yeah, you can't get something for nothing. Yeah.
True. I knew that Facebook was using data to sell for advertising. I knew that already.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. Most people, you must be stupid if you don't know that. I mean, surely, just think about it for a minute, all this free stuff. And I think you start noticing that the ads are targeted to stuff that you're interested in.
That is true.
So you know that they know things about you.
I would rather get ads that are targeted to me rather than random stuff that I don't care about.
Yeah, sure. A lot of people feel that way. In fact, I mean, without sounding all old here, your whole generation just got used to the idea of your private data being out there and cool stuff coming towards you because your private data is out there. Your generation got used to that idea, and and you're not all freaked out about it. Like my generation is like, oh, are they listening to me? Are they listening to me? Yes, they are listening to you. And so what? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.